Well, to the United Arab Emirates now, which has placed a visa ban on Nigerians visiting the country, rejecting all submitted applications. The UAE has not given any reason for this decision, and the Nigerian government has not responded as well. But Dubai is a top destination for Nigerian holiday makers and businesses. Nationals from a total of 20 countries, 19 of them African, have been banned from entering Dubai, usually regarded as the most outward-facing of the Emirates that make up the UAE. Along with Nigeria, the ban includes Uganda, Ghana, the DRC, and an array of smaller African nations. The ban, which prevents travel agents and immigration officials from issuing visas, was issued over a week ago. It's not the first time Dubai has been closed to Africans, with citizens of 8 nations banned in late 2021 in an effort to constrain the spread of COVID. Well, for all this, let's speak to Arise's Director of News for Abuja and Political Editor, Sumna Sambo, who joins me in the studio. Good to see you, Sumna. First, it was Ethiopia a few weeks ago, which banned visas on arrival for Nigerians. Now it's the UAE, Dubai. Do we know why they've made this decision?
Thank you so much, Charles. It's obvious that Nigerians are the target of these countries because of the challenges our nationals are actually facing in terms of behavior. I mean, we've seen a rise in people wanting to go and get jobs in these countries, and of course the behavior of nationals actually makes a lot of these countries want to impose certain sanctions on us. The UAE has in the past 4 years been having issues with Nigerian nationals, and of course other black nationals, but mostly Nigerians, with that country taking steps beginning from refusing to renew work permits for Nigerians who are living there. I mean, that's how it started. And a lot of Nigerians were wondering why, I mean, people who have, legal residencies, permits to work in that country wouldn't have their work permits renewed. And from there, there was a rise in the issue of the number of Nigerians being given visas to get to that country. And then COVID came, and of course the use of the PCR test compulsorily and all of that heightened it. And coincidentally, Nigeria and the UAE had some good relationships. There was this mutual cooperation that had gone to a large extent, to the extent of both countries actually signing several agreements, on repatriation of funds, and then the issues of mutual legal assistance between both countries, and especially for Nigerians, rich Nigerians, or those who are criminally minded that may have taken certain funds to that country. And all of a sudden, these relations started breaking down. And then we've seen it culminating into this total visa ban. And a lot of people are not only seeing from the perspective of Nigeria, it's looking like a blanket ban on Africans, and some people are beginning to describe this as a racist attempt by the UAE to push away blacks, especially from Africa. Yes, there's the issue of people overstaying after their visas, especially those who have short tourist visas, but nonetheless, there could be more open situation where there's better negotiation with these countries instead of this blanket ban.
And I suppose the other argument is whether it's right to punish an entire country for what a few bad eggs have done or are doing. But has there been any reaction from the Nigerian government? I mean, they can't really say much, can they, if people are clearly abusing the system?
Yes, Charles, the issue of the visa is just one part of it. The actual undertone that we are learning as journalists and then officials of the Nigerian government are learning is actually because of the failure of the Nigerian government to allow for repatriation of funds by foreign airlines, specifically Emirates Airlines.
Do you think this is a retaliatory thing?
It's a sort of subtle retaliation. The UAE not coming to say it's linked to that. But if you see with the way Emirates has been having some altercations with Nigeria's civil aviation authorities, and then of course the Minister of Aviation calling their bluff and saying that, look, you guys are just like every other airline in the country. There's $700 million that's awaiting repatriation by foreign airlines in the country. And don't forget, sometime in August, the Emirates airline had called off the bluff of the Nigerian government, saying that, look, they were not going to lift Nigerians out of the country or into the country. And the government said they were prepared for anything that could happen because we are facing a forex crisis. Now, out of the 700 million USD, the government has said it was going to release 265 million US dollars as at August. But that has not fully materialized. And the central bank governor is currently promising $120 million will be released by the end of October, by next week, October 34th. So I'm thinking that, yes, the UAE authorities should be a sort of circumspect in this circumstance, because a lot of people are linking the blanket ban on all of these countries on Nigeria, on the issues that they primarily have with Nigeria. But if they have a way, of allowing more cooperation between both countries, I think they will gain more because they are losing more.
Right.
This is the primary destination for all African travelers. I mean, even when you ban Nigerians from traveling to the UAE, you don't want to go through Ghana or other countries. Now, so the UAE is spreading the dragnet everywhere so that you don't escape to Ghana. Yeah. So it's part of it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like you said earlier, a few people should not, majority of the people should not be punished for the actions of a few. Okay. A lot of Nigerians are doing several things out there that's tarnishing the image of the country, but nonetheless, there's room for more cooperation, and the UAE stands to gain better if there are good relations between both countries.
Sumner, thanks very much indeed. Sumner Sambo is Arise's Director of News for Abuja and also political editor.